Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aina and I am an oncology pharmacist and I'm also sick right now. So I thought, why not watch some videos of YouTubers getting sick in different countries and see what they can do to get better.
So I'm here to monetize my suffering, because if I'm going to be in this much pain for a week and not be able to work, you damn bet your sweet booty I'm gonna make content out of it.
Oh, Emily sounds so sick in this video. When was this posted? 4 years ago? Ooh, was that during COVID? Oh, actually no, September 1st, 2019. I think that's just a few months before the first case of COVID was found in North America. So she probably has something else. September is the start of flu season though, so she might have caught that from somewhere.
Anyways, that's my intro. Enjoy. By the way, when this video comes out, I probably won't be sick anymore.
That's true.
Or I'll be dead. Whichever happens first, you know? If there's drawings, I got better. If it's just audio, place your bets on the odds that your girl probably kicked the bucket. So, no need for get well wishes in the comments or anything, because I'll have either been recovered or it'd be too late.
Alright, I know she meant it as a joke, but there are actually a lot of people that die each year from the flu. The US CDC, which is Center for Disease Control, estimates up to 700,000 hospitalizations each year from the flu, and about 50,000 deaths. And that's just in the United States alone. Worldwide, the WHO estimates about 650,000 deaths caused by the flu each year. I mean, that's a lot. Like, car crashes kills about 1.35 million people a year worldwide, so this is about like half of that. So do we see the importance of flu vaccines now? Of course, it would be very, very unlikely for someone young and healthy to die from the flu. It's usually in elderly people who have other chronic conditions or in those with immunodeficient conditions, which is someone like Iron Mouse. I made a video about Iron Mouse going through her immunodeficient condition, so if you're interested, you can check that video out here and come back after that video. So it's obviously super, super important for those people to get flu vaccine, but it's also important for us to get flu vaccine as well. I mean, herd immunity, right? Have we learned our lesson from COVID yet?
I had the bright idea of going to 4 cons in like back to back in a month, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. But as you could probably tell from my nasty voice, I caught a little something something on the way back.
Back then, probably nobody had that type of awareness, but I feel like personally, since COVID, I'm actually scared of crowded indoor places.
Since junior year of university, when I first started working with kids, I remember I caught a cold or flu. Who even knows? They have the same symptoms. How can you tell if you got a cold or a flu? I can't tell.
Yeah, it can be hard to tell between a flu and a cold sometimes, but the telltale sign of a flu is usually fever, muscle aches, and non-productive cough. That doesn't mean the cough is not getting any work done and sitting around being a lazy bum. Non-productive means you don't produce phlegm with the cough.
But I caught a cold. I remember I was so miserable. I would just wake up in the middle of the night and sob. Actually, yesterday, I was so weak, I could barely shower. Like, it took me all my energy just to, shower myself. And I thought I was actually gonna pass out.
She needs one of those Japanese stools in the shower so you can sit down.
And when I got back out of the shower, I, didn't have the strength to do anything. So I just flopped on my bed with nothing but a towel and, sobbed for, 10 minutes because I felt so pathetic. This sucks.
No. So hearing from the severity and the fatigue, it does sound more like a flu rather than the common cold.
The worst part about being sick is, food just isn't appetizing anymore, which sucks because I love food so much. I mean, luckily I really like soup, which is the one thing I'm able to eat, but it sucks because I'll look at a bowl of mac and cheese and I'll feel nothing. Because my body is like, Emily, you shouldn't eat that. That's gonna It's gonna do terrible shit to your body.
Yeah, when you get sick, food really doesn't taste that appetizing because of the stuffy nose, and a lot of the flavor from food comes from the smell, right? So COVID is definitely the worst for this because one of the hallmark signs of COVID is people lose the sense of smell and the taste, which makes food really not appetizing, so people tend to lose weight after getting COVID, and that's just not ideal for recovering and getting better.
God, and what I hate is that it's just a big waiting game. Oh my God, I've never felt so sweaty in my entire life. I don't normally sweat. Like, it kind of takes a lot for me to sweat, even if I'm at the gym. But with whatever I got right now, I literally sit there and I get a horrible case of swamp ass. Like, I just start sweating all over the chair. It was awful. I think I started getting sick at Anamanga. Because I remember I was at the autograph tables with Connor, and I remember my thighs were just sweating all over the metal chair that I was sitting on. It was real nasty. I was turning it into a big old slip and slide, and I remember turning to Connor and being like, hey, dude, God, I'm really, like, hot and sweaty right now. And Connor, wearing, like, pants, was like, are you sure? Because it's really cold in here. That should have been the first sign that I was going through a fever.
When your body temperature is higher from the around 37 degrees normally up to 38 degrees, for those of you that live in the States, please let me know what that is in Fahrenheit so the rest of the world can judge your weird unit measurements. Your body will naturally try to cool you off by having the sweat glands produce more sweat.
I ran out of those DayQuil and NyQuil pills. I like taking my medicine in pill form just because I could just down them and then forget about them. But I always figured cough syrup was more effective. But I don't like cough syrup.
Ooh, interesting. That's probably a common misconception that a lot of people have. That cough and cold medicine that comes in liquid form work better than pill form. But they don't. They're actually exactly the same in pill form. Let's take a look at the ingredients to see if this will actually help Emily. So it sounds like she's coughing a lot. Both the DayQuil and the NyQuil have dextromethorphan, and this is the only approved cough suppressant that you can buy over the counter. You can also get codeine cough syrup, which is a type of opioid, in Canada. I'm not sure if you can get that in the States, but to be honest, those are kind of addictive. I used to have a lot of elderly patients that would get prescribed bottles and bottles of codeine cough syrups, and they would be on it for like weeks, and they would get upset when they don't have it. So dextromethorphan is pretty much in all cough and cold products. So as long as you see a product and it's marketed for cough, doesn't matter if it's in a capsule, tablet, syrup, I'm sure you can find dextromethorphan in there. So like this one, it has acetaminophen, which is for fever and pain, dextromethorphan for cough, phenylephrine, which is a decongestant for stuffy nose. The nighttime one, they add in an extra antihistamine in there to dry you up. That's good for sneezing, runny nose, but it also will knock you out, so it will make you very sleepy. But DayQuil is such a well-branded drug name, don't you think? Quil sounds like tranquil. So you hear the name, you feel like it's gonna give you peace and tranquility.
I ran out of the pills, and I asked my roommate to get me more DayQuil and NyQuil. And they came back with the cough syrup DayQuil and NyQuil, which I guess ended up being better. But God, it brought me back to when I was like 6 or 8 years old, and I was such a stubborn kid. I would refuse to take my medicine, and my parents would get so mad at me. But I just thought it tasted nasty. But now that I'm an adult, I gotta take like double the dose, and it's double nasty. I hate it.
Okay, maybe it's just me, but I thought Western medicine for children is already so tasty. Where I grew up in China, there was no bubblegum flavored Tylenol or grape flavored Advil for kids. I grew up taking disgusting brown vomit inducing herbal Chinese medicine. And they give you that for everything. Like if you have a fever, drink Chinese medicine. If you have diarrhea, drink Chinese herbal medicine. It was really bad. Oh, and when I used to work at a compounding pharmacy, we actually used to compound more tasty flavors for those children that don't want to take the commercially available products. I remember making like medicated lollipops for kids that are stubborn and don't want to take their medicine. Now let's watch this new being sick video that she made 2 months ago.
Hello, we're back and I'm sick again.
I'm sorry, but how is it possible that she sounded more sick in this video?
I swear to God, I've gotten sick like 3 times in the past 6 months. And guess what? Guess who keeps getting me sick? That's right. Ditis keeps getting me sick. But you know what's extra infuriating? Lately, I've noticed the pattern is that Ditis will bring home the germs and he'll be sick for like 2 days. And then he bounces back real quick and then he's good as new. And for me, for some reason, I catch the exact same germs. I end up bedridden for like a week.
I'm not sure if Emily's talking about when she first moved to Japan, but a lot of the times when you move to a new country, it is a lot easier for you to get sick just because there might be new strains of viruses or bacteria that your body's not used to. It doesn't mean that they're stronger, it's just that your body hasn't built up the defense system for them yet.
A week! I've been feeling like extra shit today. So all I've been doing today is just rotting in bed and struggling to enjoy food. And every time Ditis comes into the room to check on me, I'll like point at him and I'll cryptically go, "You did this to me."
示せ。敵はどこにいる?
I have another thing to complain about. So do you guys remember way back when I had like a whole segment complaining about NyQuil and how nasty it tasted and how I was being a little baby about it too. I was like, man, I don't like cough syrup. I don't like taking NyQuil. It's gross. Guess what? I took that shit for granted. Okay. I really took it for granted. I didn't realize how good I had it when I had access to NyQuil. I didn't find this out until recently, but NyQuil is illegal in Japan, among a bunch of other over-the-counter U.S. cold and flu medicines.
Really? What? That's wild. I wonder what ingredient makes it illegal. If I had to guess, it's probably the decongestant, which is either pseudoephedrine or phenylephrine. I made an entire video about that, which you can check out later. But also that video got demonetized by YouTube because it doesn't think advertisers like it. Also, speaking of monetization, I got this in the mail yesterday, guys. This means I can officially receive money from YouTube now, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you all for making this happen for me. Okay, sure, I mean, you can ban oral decongestants, but all the other ingredients are fine, right? Like, I'm sure you can still get acetaminophen, ibuprofen, dextromethorphan, antihistamines in Japan, right?
Which I was really surprised about. And I was like, why is NyQuil illegal in Japan? And according to Google, it's because they contain narcotic or stimulant ingredients in excess of the Japanese standard.
So my guess was kind of right.
And it's not just like the cough syrup liquid type. It's also the caps, the pills. I can't take those either. Man, I honestly feel like I'd be getting over this cold so much faster if I had access to NyQuil. I'm sorry, NyQuil. Forgive me. I'm sorry for talking shit for so many years. You don't taste gross. I really need that EPCP nighttime knockout juice so bad. I need it so bad.
So you wouldn't technically get over a cold quicker just because you're on these cough and cold products, because all they do is just mask the symptom so you feel better. But your body's immune system is still having to do the work of actually fighting off the infection. So unless there's a drug out there that you can take and all of a sudden boost your immune system to specifically fight off this virus, you just gotta wait. So currently there's vitamin C and zinc that I can think of on the top of my head that's really popular for immune boosting.
I've been trying to sleep. I've been trying so bad because there's literally nothing else for me to do. And I end up waking up in like a coughing fit because my throat is dry, because my sinuses are like effed up right now. The insides of my nose is dry and then my throat is dry and then I can't sleep because I'm uncomfortable because, you know, my head hurts and everything. If I had NyQuil, I would be out like a light. Maybe that's why it's illegal. But if I had that, I would be able to probably get over this in a day. But instead, I'm stuck with the shitty Lulu pills that don't do anything.
Ooh, this intrigues me. I can read a little bit of Japanese. Lulu attack? Lulu Attack. Okay, so that's gotta be the brand name of the medication. I can read some kanji as well because they share the same characters as Chinese. So it looks like you can use it for pain, fever, runny nose. When they do have the ingredients on the cover, so let's see if we can read that. Doranekisemu ibuprofen. Oh, ibuprofen. Yes, we got that. So ibuprofen. Kuremasu. Okay, I give up. I'm gonna look it up though. Oh, they have an English version. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. Class 2 OTC medication. Relief of cold symptoms, sore throat, fever, chills, headache, runny nose, stuffy nose, sneezing, cough, sputum, joint pain, and muscle pain. Wow, everything under the sun. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, there's some pretty hardcore ingredients. This is really strange. They contain an ingredient called tranexamic acid, which is a prescription medication in Canada, and we use it for girls with heavy menstrual periods. So the only two approved indication is heavy menstrual bleeding and bleeding from tooth extractions. So I really don't understand why they would add it into a cough and cold product. The next ingredient is an antihistamine called clemastine, but it's not something we have in Canada. And then it has an ingredient called bromhexine, which looks like reduces mucus. So I would consider that similar to guaifenesin, which is what we have in Canada. But then the next ingredient is called methylephedrine, which sounds suspiciously like pseudoephedrine. So I think this is also an oral decongestant. So I don't know why they're banning all the American ingredients then. Maybe this one is in a really low dose. Okay, and the next one is even worse. It's dihydrocodeine, which I'm pretty sure is an opioid. So it sounds like a codeine derivative. And wow, I can't believe that they can just sell this over the counter. We don't have the compound dihydrocodeine in Canada, so I'm not sure compared to codeine if it's stronger or weaker. Judging by the list of ingredients, this is not technically weaker than our over-the-counter medications. I really wanted to find out about other countries, but I couldn't find any more clips. So if you have any suggestions, please drop them down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more contents like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!